If your elbows bend like this, then you probably have a hyperextension. But don't worry, you're not alone. In this video I'll show you how to improve it. Let's start first with what is hyperextension in the elbows. Hyperextension in the elbows can be genetically natural due to laxity in the joints, too flexible ligaments or bone structures. However, it can develop over time if you apply too much pressure with improper technique. However, as a final result, this is not good because with the time this can overstretch your ligaments and this can lead to disbalances while you're doing the skills. Proper strength training and control over the skills can help you stabilize your body in the right position, and this can decrease the possibility of increasing the hyperextension. And now to the most important question: is hyperextension bad for planche, and is planche bad for your hyperextension? Well, many people saying yes and many people saying no, but here are some key points how this can affect your progress and can lead to injuries. Why hyperextension is bad for your planche? It can cause a strain on your joints, reduce your control over the hold, and it can lead to a long-term problem as a tendonitis. How to understand and how to know if you have hyperextended elbows? I'll show you with myself because I have hyperextended elbows. If your elbows are not straight like this when you lock them fully and they're going inside and you have this angle right here instead of being straight, then you probably have a hyperextended elbows. Also, if you feel discomfort when you're locking the position and if you have difficulties while you're holding the static skills like planche, then the hyperextension can be the problem about it. So overall, just to make sure you understand correct, hyperextension can be from genetics and also can be from too much pressure and force in the positions that you're holding the skills when your body is not prepared to work together as a muscle groups. Now I will explain you what you need to do. Doesn't matter if you're a beginner or pro athlete, if you have hyperextended elbows. And I'm saying again, for some people this cannot be a problem, but it's gonna be good if you try to protect yourself earlier so you don't have future problems with your elbows. I'll give you an example with myself. When I started calisthenics, I didn't even realize I have a hyperextended elbows, and I pushed myself without any preparation into the static skills and mainly into the planche. Going into a planche variations, planche push-ups, presses, without even preparing my elbows for that. And this directly, after some time and after a lot of pressure, it led to elbows instability and pain. Then I decided after 2-3 months to check it, what is it, and this is how I found that I have tendonitis in my elbows, both. Now, 3.5 years later, I'm almost fully recovered. So this is as an example and evidence that you need to protect yourself as early as possible and to control the situation with the hyperextended elbows, because if you control it, it's not a problem. If you don't control it and you just push too much, at the end, it's not gonna be that good. And now the most important thing to talk about in this video is how to fix or how to improve your hyperextended elbows. Before I explain you how to fix it or how to improve it, I want to talk about, can this really be fixed? Can it be fixed on 100%? It depends about how much is the hyperextension. If you have like mine, the right side, I would say it's a medium one. It's not too much, it's not too low. So this one probably can't be fixed. But I can tell you by myself, by my experience, that I'm almost pain-free right now because I'm controlling the situation and I'm strengthening all the parts of my arm. The first and probably the most important thing as exercises that you can do is isometric holds with some weights. You don't need to take a lot of weights. You can take dumbbells, for example, 5 kg, 7, 8, 10 kg. It depends about your body weight. I personally used 5 to 7 kg to strengthen my elbows, forearms also, and all the ligaments and tendons we have right here. So basically I was doing holds on the wall with my back on the wall, and I was just holding for between 20 to 30 seconds for 5 sets. I did 2-3 sets before the workout, so I can not only strengthen them, but also to activate them so they are better prepared for the workout. This is also something really important. And the second variation that you can do is you're laying on the ground, and it's the same as you're doing hollow back on the ground. You're laying with your back on the ground, lifting the feet a little bit, your shoulders also, and leaning into the position, not holding it here, but leaning into the position so you feel a little bit of pressure in your biceps, elbows, forearms also. This is how you're gonna make your tendons stronger, and it is really important. Now I'll show you similar exercise. For me, I prefer to do both. I prefer to do the dumbbells and I prefer to do the resistance band, but resistance band is better as a warm-up. So we activate and we don't stress too much the elbows. I'm saying don't stress too much because you need to predict really good and to test yourself. You need to understand how much weight is enough for your elbows so you don't make it worse. That's important. I prefer to take super light band. I'm using this one from Gornation. It's 5 to 10 kg, so super light one. And I'm doing the same. Not just lifting it here, but also trying to extend my shoulders in the correct way that is for planche and lifting it here. So I have 90 degrees here and I'm just doing isometric holds before my workout. After you're doing the isometric holds, you can do also some reps. You can do 3 sets of 10 reps, absolutely enough. And you'll feel how your shoulders are burning and here you feel how your elbows are prepared. I can guarantee you one thing. When you do this, after that, when you're going into the planche, for example, or your first combination, you have so much less stress and even so much pain for the people that are already injured like I was. I tested it myself and I felt really good. So I started doing this before every workout that I have about, no matter planche, front lever, even dynamics, was really good and really effective one. The second part of the strength that you need to do is to contract directly the muscle groups you have. For example, the biceps is really important. More active, more prepared the bicep is in the planche, less stress on the tendons you have in your elbows and the joints also, and all the bone structures. So it is really important to train your shoulders, your biceps, your triceps, your forearms, your grip also in the planche. Those 5 that I'm saying right now, 5 parts of your arm is really important to be trained. Better and stronger they are, more adapted they are to the workout, better they work together, less stress in the elbows you have in your workouts. So if you ask about what exercises, again, you can do biceps curls with the resistance band for a warm-up. At the end of the workout, you can do the regular biceps curls with the weights, triceps extensions you can do also, and many other exercises for the forearm and the grip also. So basically you can do everything so you make your arm more active and stronger overall, and the risk everything to go here in the elbow will be way less. And now the last thing I'll talk about here is about the mobility. Is it so important, and is it important also to have flexible arms and wrists and forearms and everything? And my answer is yes. Some people, I even hear myself, some people are saying that, oh, I'm not doing mobility, I'm not doing stretching, also flexibility, because I don't want my elbows to move too much, to not be that flexible, because they think the risk will increase. I'm telling you now, better combination you have of flexibility and strength, it's gonna lead to a better results. So of course, if you do only stretching, for example, and you do only flexibility and you're doing only planche, probably you have pain in the elbows. But if you combine your flexibility, stretching with your strength workouts in a different way and different days, then you maximize your results. And it's the best combination how your tendons will be better prepared for everything that you'll do in the workouts in the future. So overall, stop finding excuses. Stop saying, oh, I have hyperextended elbows, I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do planche. No, the thing is you're not working correctly about that. It's pretty simple, and if you follow the steps that I'm saying, I'm absolutely sure you have some results, and even some really good results for some of you that never try to do something and fix it or improve it. So strength workouts about it, even it's not going to take that much at the beginning of every workout. You can do this with resistance bands or some light dumbbells. You can do flexibility stretching after that, and combination of that in a long term will save your elbows, which is the most important thing. Because some of you right now, they'll feel you have hyperextension, right? Some of you, but you still don't have any pain. Doesn't matter. Strengthen your biceps, triceps, shoulders, every part of your arm. Do some stretching, do some flexibility. Like, protect yourself in the future. And protecting yourself in the future is more important than recovering the injury. I explain all of this and even more about this in my programs, so if you want to learn more and maximize your progress and learn more about the planche, front lever and different type of static skills, go and check them, link in the description. And now for the end of this video, I want to ask you one question. Do you have hyperextended elbows? Leave a comment under this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel and I'll see you in the next video.